The Beast of Gévaudan, a name whispered in fear, a creature of unknown origin. In the heart of 18th century France, it became a nightmare, made flesh. The year was 1764, the place a remote province named Gévaudan, a place of rolling hills and dense forests. It was here, amongst the shadows and the whispers of the wind, that the beast made its presence known. The first victim was a young woman, tending her flock in the summer sun. Dragged away, her body found mangled and torn. The villagers were shaken, but they were not prepared for the horror that would follow. More attacks came, swift and brutal. Men, women, children, none were spared. The beast was relentless, its hunger insatiable. The killings continued, each more gruesome than the last. The beast seemed to revel in the terror it inflicted. Gévaudan, once a peaceful province, was now living under a shroud of fear. The people were trapped, their lives held hostage by an unseen terror lurking in the shadows. Word of the beast spread like wildfire. Travelers carried tales of horror to neighboring provinces. Fear became a palpable presence in Gévaudan. People were afraid to leave their homes, their lives shrinking to the confines of their villages. The once vibrant fields and forests stood silent, abandoned by a terrified populace. The very air seemed thick with dread. Every rustle of leaves, every snapping twig sent shivers down spines. The beast was a phantom, a whisper in the wind. It moved with an unnatural stealth, striking without warning and vanishing without a trace. Its elusiveness only added to the terror it inspired. No one was safe. The beast seemed to possess an uncanny intelligence, targeting the most vulnerable and striking at the heart of their fear. Mothers clutched their children close, their eyes darting nervously at the shadows. Strong men, their faces etched with worry, stood guard at night, their weapons useless against an enemy they could not see or understand. The killings had not gone unnoticed. The once peaceful village of Gévaudan was now gripped by fear and uncertainty. Every shadow seemed to hide a lurking danger, and every rustle of leaves sent shivers down the spines of the villagers. King Louis XV, his court already abuzz with rumors of the beast, took action. The tales of the creature's ferocity had reached the highest echelons of power, and the king knew that his reputation was at stake. He could not afford to appear weak or indifferent to the plight of his subjects. He dispatched his finest huntsmen to Gévaudan, their mission to track down and kill the creature that had terrorized the province. These were no ordinary hunters, they were the best of the best, seasoned warriors who had faced countless dangers in the king's service. The villagers, desperate for an end to the nightmare, greeted the king's men with a mix of hope and trepidation. They had seen too many false dawns, too many promises of salvation that had come to nothing. Yet they dared to hope that this time things would be different. The hunt was on, a vast and costly undertaking. The king spared no expense, providing the hunters with the best equipment and resources available. The forests of Gévaudan echoed with the sounds of men and horses, a relentless pursuit that seemed to promise an end to the terror. Hundreds of men scoured the forests, armed with muskets and driven by the king's command. They searched every nook and cranny, leaving no stone unturned in their quest to find the beast. The tension was palpable, the air thick with anticipation and fear. Yet the beast continued to elude them. It was as if it had an uncanny ability to sense danger, always staying one step ahead of its pursuers. The hunters grew weary, their initial enthusiasm giving way to frustration and doubt. It was as if it could sense their presence, always one step ahead. The creature seemed to be toying with them, leading them on a wild goose chase through the dense forests. The hunters began to question whether they were dealing with a mere animal or something far more sinister. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and still, the beast roamed free. The seasons changed, but the hunters' resolve remained steadfast. They camped in the forest, enduring harsh conditions and the constant threat of attack, driven by their duty to the king and the people of Gévaudan. Frustration grew amongst the hunters. They had faced many challenges in their careers, but this was unlike anything they had ever encountered. The beast seemed to defy all logic and reason, a phantom that could not be caught or killed. The king, angered by their failure, sent even more men and resources. He issued a royal decree, calling for reinforcements and offering a substantial reward for the capture or killing of the beast. The stakes were higher than ever, and the pressure to succeed was immense. But the beast seemed to thrive on the chaos. It continued to strike fear into the hearts of the villagers, its every attack a bloody mockery of the king's authority. The hunters prepared for yet another expedition, determined to end the nightmare once and for all. It continued its reign of terror, its every attack a bloody mockery of the king's authority. The villagers lived in constant fear, their lives overshadowed by the ever-present threat of the beast. Each new attack was a grim reminder of the hunter's failure and the beast's cunning. The hunts had become a desperate and ultimately futile attempt to stop an unstoppable force. The hunters, once so confident in their abilities, were now exhausted and demoralized. The beast had outwitted them at every turn, leaving them to wonder if they would ever be able to bring an end to its reign of terror. Section 4. Theories of the Beast, from Wolf to Werewolf. With each passing day, the mystery surrounding the beast deepened. Theories abounded, each more fantastical than the last. Some whispered of a supernatural entity, a demon summoned from the depths of hell. Others spoke of a werewolf, a cursed soul trapped between man and beast. The more rational minds dismissed such tales as mere superstition. They pointed to the size and ferocity of the beast, claiming it to be nothing more than an unusually large and aggressive wolf. Others speculated that it could be a hybrid, a monstrous offspring of wolves and other predators. There were even whispers of a human hand at work. Some believed the beast to be a serial killer, disguised with animal skins and driven by a lust for blood. The killings, they argued, were too precise, too calculated to be the work of an animal. The rumors spread like wildfire, casting suspicion on every stranger and fueling the paranoia that gripped Gévaudan. Section 5. The Beast's Demise. Truth or Tall Tale. Years passed. The killings continued. The villagers lived in constant fear, always looking over their shoulders, dreading the next attack. The beast seemed unstoppable, a phantom in the night that no one could catch or kill. Then, just as suddenly as it began, the reign of terror ended. The village, once shrouded in fear, began to breathe a sigh of relief. The fields that had been abandoned were tilled once more, and the children who had been kept indoors began to play outside again. In the summer of 1767, a local hunter named Jean Chastel claimed to have killed the beast. Chastel was a well-known figure in the village, respected for his hunting skills and bravery. He presented its carcass as proof, a large wolf-like creature riddled with musket balls. The villagers gathered around, examining the lifeless body, hoping that their nightmare was finally over. Was this truly the beast that had terrorized Gévaudan? The villagers were divided. Some believed Chastel had indeed killed the monster, while others were skeptical, thinking it was just an ordinary wolf. Or was it, as some believed, a fabrication to appease the king and quell the unrest? Rumors spread that the whole affair was a ruse, a way to bring peace to the troubled region and restore the king's favor. The truth, lost to time, remains a subject of debate. Scholars and historians have pored over documents trying to piece together the real story, but the answers remain elusive. Some historians believe Chastel did indeed kill the beast, pointing to the detailed accounts of the creature's size and ferocity, while others argue that it was simply a large wolf, mistaken for the legendary creature. They suggest that the fear and hysteria of the time may have exaggerated the beast's true nature. The official records compiled to appease the king and restore order only add to the confusion. These documents, while detailed, often contradict each other, leaving more questions than answers. Whatever the truth may be, the killings stopped. The village, once gripped by terror, began to heal. The fields were sown, the markets bustled, and life slowly returned to normal. Life in Gévaudan slowly returned to a semblance of normalcy. The villagers rebuilt their homes and their lives, trying to forget the horrors they had endured. But the scars of the beast's reign ran deep. The memories of those lost, the fear that had gripped their hearts, could not be easily erased. The memory of those dark days, of the fear and uncertainty, lingered in the hearts of the people. They spoke of the beast in hushed tones, passing the story down through generations. The beast may have been gone, but its legend lived on. Around fires and in the quiet of the night, the tale of the Beast of Gévaudan continued to be told, a reminder of the dark days that once were. Section 6. The legend endures, Gévaudan's grim reminder. The Beast of Gévaudan has haunted the French imagination for centuries. This enigmatic creature, often described as a wolf-like monster, terrorized the region of Gévaudan in the 18th century, leaving a trail of fear and death in its wake. The stories of its attacks spread like wildfire, creating an atmosphere of dread and uncertainty among the people. It has become a cautionary tale, a reminder of the darkness that can lurk in the shadows. The legend of the beast serves as a metaphor for the unknown dangers that can emerge from the depths of the wilderness, challenging the safety and security of human settlements. The beast, whether real or imagined, serves as a potent symbol of the power of fear and the fragility of human existence. It embodies the primal fears that have haunted humanity since time immemorial, fears that are often amplified by the isolation and vulnerability of rural life. Over the years, the tale of the beast has been told and retold, each retelling adding its own embellishments and interpretations. The story has evolved, with each generation adding new layers of mystery and intrigue, transforming the beast into a legendary figure that transcends time and place. What began as a series of tragic events has evolved into a legend, passed down through generations. The oral tradition has kept the story alive, with each storyteller adding their own unique perspective, ensuring that the legend of the Beast of Gévaudan remains a vibrant part of cultural memory. It has been the subject of countless books, films, and documentaries, each attempting to unravel the mystery and separate fact from fiction. Scholars and enthusiasts alike have delved into historical records, folklore, and eyewitness accounts, seeking to uncover the truth behind the legend. Today, the legend of the Beast of Gévaudan continues to fascinate and horrify. Modern-day tourists visit the region, drawn by the allure of the mysterious and the macabre. The story of the beast has become a cultural touchstone, a symbol of the enduring power of myth and legend. It serves as a stark reminder of the untamed wilderness that once covered much of Europe, a time when humans were not the undisputed masters of their domain. The legend of the beast evokes a time when the natural world was a place of both wonder and terror, a place where the boundaries between the known and the unknown were constantly shifting. The beast, in all its terrifying glory, represents the raw, primal fear that lies dormant within us all, waiting to be awakened by the rustle of leaves in a dark forest, or the whisper of a legend in the dead of night. It is a reminder that no matter how much we may try to tame the world around us, there will always be forces beyond our control, lurking just beyond the edge of the firelight.